I'm a half hour from the Canadian border, and look at this. Can you hear this? Can you see this? So this day required some coffee. I was 30 minutes from the Canadian border. I needed to get in with that negative COVID test because if I didn't, I was going to have to go back 6 hours to do the test all over again and restart that clock. Now, I'm going to talk to you today about 3 different styles of coffee making we do when out in our camper or outside. And I hope you guys are ready for some coffee. So excuse me guys, this is my first cup of coffee and I am still waking up, sleep in the eyes. But this first method, this is the simple pour over. And you know, I use this probably the most out here. With this, you know, this pour over, as you can see, this is plastic, so it's not going to break. I can throw it anywhere, unlike an aluminum one that would bend or a glass one that's just gonna shatter out here. Costs less than $4, easily can be thrown in the backpack or for whatever you're doing. The brand I use, I'm not going to butcher the name here, it's BIALETTI. I think you can pick these up quite a few places. But what I find with this method is it's less consistent than the others. And even if I'm getting the water at the right temperature and my grind the same setting every day, it seems like every time I do a pour over, it tastes a little different from day to day. And I'm guessing that's user error. And so that's why I think one of these next ones is nice for, you know, the less coffee connoisseurs, the folks like me who need a little bit more help for keeping things consistent. Can you see this? And then to make this worse, I have mosquitoes everywhere. Not even a screw, it was a bolt. And that's why I'm always telling you guys to bring these along. So let's get to work. I've never had a trailer tire puncture, so it's always my car tire. So I jab this in, clean it up, put in the little sticky thing, you know, that I tell you guys about, and it works great. I cannot even get this in the tire. I'm gonna start hitting it with a mallet and stuff, but so hopefully there's somebody out here, or I have to turn around and start all over, getting that test again somewhere in some community. Maybe drive back 6-7 hours and do this again. And May and the boys are waiting in the States for me, so not the best day, but it's still beautiful. So here's what I like about this one. This is a system. It's pretty affordable to get into, and it's clean and simple, and it's all in one place. So you guys have probably seen in our winter camping video, the how to stay warm winter camping in a teardrop. That's the brewing method I use. So I use this Coffee Rocket, which does the brewing, paired it with this GSI outdoor mug. They're both GSI. And it's a great little system. Now the mug, you've probably seen it all around the internet. It's popular because it's weighed in grams or ounces. This thing is light. It's a backpacking mug. But I like it because it's durable. You can pull this inside out and now you have a measuring cup. So leave that glass measuring cup at home, put it in this sleeve, and now you have this nice insulated sleeve to keep your coffee warm. It has a top that pops on really nicely, flips up so you can drink out of it. But the part I really like is that this brewing system, not only does it not have a filter that needs replaced, when you're done with it, it cleans out really easy. It folds inside of itself and then fits inside of this mug. That's the system, right? So I wake up in the morning and I don't have to go fumbling around if I'm backpacking or in the teardrop looking for my system. It's all here. It's all in this mug, ready to go. So there's only one thing I do not like about this, and that's that I tend to get a weak brewed coffee. So if you are a dark coffee drinker and you want a full-bodied coffee, you're gonna have to figure out how to do it right. And again, I think this is user error on my part because I've read reviews all over online. Nobody's having issues with the brewing method. They're having issues like me. These legs pop off. I think it's to keep it from breaking, but it's kind of annoying because you find yourself putting on the legs. But in terms of brewing, I hear everybody's loving it. So I have a feeling it's an issue with how fine I'm grinding the beans. So I'm gonna be working on that over the summer, and if I find a solution, I'll let you guys know.
That's soap water. Yep.
So I'm sitting there laying on my back with my tools spread all around me, and 3 guys pull up in a truck and say, hey.
A razor blade or something. I can just drive around.
Hold on, I told you I'm a nerd. Wait for this.
You're like the most prepared.
You guys ever seen one of these?
I have not. I mean, how do I power it up?
So you,
hit the DC one.
It's ready. DC's on. There we go. Good old rock pal.
Best friends since we were little kids, and then this James here, James Foster, we met mushing dogs together.
So do you guys call each other like Big James, Little James? Do you have any?
We're all 3 named James. All 3 of us are named.
No! I won't forget you guys' names, I'll tell you that.
One name.
This group of James is helping you.
I'm thinking we might just take it off.
You guys are like a pit crew here. Now this is Alaskan hot.
Got it. Where do you want to put this one up? Top?
Throw it up there again. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm working so hard.
You are, you're getting the video, man. We actually, for mushing, we do the same thing. So we have a guy that follows us around. Hey.
So is this your first Iditarod this year?
I ran Iditarod in 2020. Hold on, James.
2020.
Okay. Good? Yep.
Were you a finisher?
I did. I finished in 24th.
Nice.
So, yeah. My first Iditarod, placed 24th. So
what's your last name, James?
My last name is Bruton. B-R-U-T-O-N.
All right.
And if you look at me on Iditarod, it'll be under Grayson Bruton.
So I call that my guardian angels, right? My shoulders are bad. I don't talk about it very often, but I messed both of them up again this spring, so I didn't have the pressure. And then these guys, the Jameses, come by and save the day. Thanks, guys.
No problem. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Life is good. You just gotta let it come and let things go, and just not get too frustrated and messed up over the small things, you know, because here we are, we got a tire on and we're ready to get into Canada. And one thing about the Alcan, I make these frequent stops. Every time I see a gas station, I fill up, because you never know which gas station is going to be closed along the way. And then I just do the little walk around the trailer and check each tire exactly for that. So I heard just the faintest hiss, come down here, and I see that big old bolt sticking out of it. So if I wouldn't have made that stop, who knows where I would have been when this happened. So this is the little brother of the popular AeroPress. Now, for those of you who don't know the AeroPress, it allows you to do 2 styles of brewing. So because you're grinding your beans so fine, you're actually doing more of an espresso because this is a press. But then you can add water at the end to make it more like an Americano. You can do this hot, and you can do cold brews with this as well. But this is it. This is the whole kit. It comes out like this. There's a little deal here to hold your filters. I just put, you know, a few filters in at a time, so each morning there's filters ready for me, so I don't have to pull them from somewhere else. You're going to take this pump and you're going to pull it out of here, and then you're going to set it inside. This is essentially your cup for coffee. And then what you're going to do, you're going to take your coffee, you're going to fill it all the way to the brim of this, put it in here, shake it up till it gets level, and then you're going to add hot water. And typically when I'm camping, what you do with hot water, get water to a boil and then let it cool for like 90 seconds, just so it's not too hot that it's burning your coffee. Then you're gonna add that water to the 1. You're going to stir it, I think for like 10 seconds. And then you put the plunger back in and you're going to slowly press this out. Now there's a lot of variation to this. There's the reverse method. There's different ways of grinding it, different ways of speed and temperature, and so you can really dial in the type of coffee you want. Go online, you'll see a lot about this little guy. But why I think he's just a great choice for us small camper owners is that it's super easy to clean, like the other methods I mentioned. Because when you're done, when you push this vacuum through, you're essentially just cleaning it out. And at the very end, you push out all the the coffee grounds. So they just come straight out. It's very minimal cleaning. You're going to clean the tools, you're going to clean the filter, but the whole thing itself doesn't have a lot of residue in it. Well, as you can see, the sun is starting to get low in Alaska, so that means it's pretty late because it's June here. I put some miles on this new rim and I just tighten her down again. I'll probably put about 50 more on it and tighten it one more time. But I'm realizing I have another issue. The border's right up here. I was told I have 48 hours with the COVID restrictions to get through the Yukon, but the guys who live right on the border said I only have 24 hours. So I don't know what that means. I need to fix this tire, so if this happens again, I can swap them out. So I'm gonna have to stop at some tire shop. So hopefully I can get through. If not, the Mounties are coming after me. I know I'm running late to get to the border, but look at this. My goodness.
Yeah.
So this is a James. This is a James.
Yep.
This is a James. This is a James.
Yep.
Well, I got to thank these James. They saved me. The Jameses saved me today.
They might not look like much, but they're good quality.
I told him I'd put a little plug in for this place when it gets going.
We're
Yeah, we
trying
appreciate
to get
that.
it back up and running again.
Oh, that's great. The dad, he is with the Sons of Light Ministry, I think they call it. So they go down to Sturgis and do some ministry work and feed people and stuff. So he was like, my breakdown was not a coincidence. I think it's cool when people think that way. So when I got to meet the father of one of the James, I found out that they actually ran into me because they saw 3 horses on the Alaska highway and they were trying to let people know that they were out, trying to keep them safe. And so, you know, with things like that, people like this, I offered them money for their help and obviously they were like, no, keep your money. And so these are the type of people I know we all love to support. So if you're coming up from Canada, they're going to be right when you get into Alaska on the right-hand side. It's a blue building. Support their business, tell them hi from me. So if you guys are new to the channel, I'll put some playlists up here of more tips and tricks. Also check out our videos of small camper trailers, helping you find the best one for your family. As usual, stay safe on the road and we'll see you out there soon.